Greetings to you from wherever you're watching me from. Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, South Africa, anywhere in the world. I am Dr. Fumbi and I love to see healthy dogs. I know you want your dog to be healthy, that is why you're watching this video. In this video, I am going to be talking about what parvovirus is, what parvovirus is not, why your dog died or can die from parvovirus infection even with vaccination, the different ways you can prevent your dog from having parvovirus infection, and what you can do when you think your dog has parvovirus infection. Let's get started. Parvovirus infection is caused by a virus called canine parvovirus. Canine stands for dog. This virus is highly contagious and can survive in the environment for up to 1 year. Your dog can be infected if she comes in contact with an infected dog or she comes in contact with objects that have been contaminated by the virus. This can occur if your dog sniffs, licks, or eats feces or vomit of an infected dog, or she comes in contact with contaminated beddings, kennels, feeding and eating bowls, toys, harnesses, leashes. Another way your dog can be infected is if someone that has touched an infected dog touches your dog, or through the person's clothes or shoes that has been contaminated by the virus. The common signs of parvovirus infection are bloody diarrhea. Now, this diarrhea might not start bloody. It might start as a regular diarrhea and transit into a bloody diarrhea. And one thing that marks this diarrhea is the strong smell. And with this diarrhea, there's loss of water, loss of electrolytes, loss of blood, and also reduction in nutrient absorption. The second one is vomiting, and with vomiting there's loss of water, loss of electrolytes, and the body will not be able to digest any food because the dog is constantly throwing up. The third one is anorexia. The dog is not willing to take in any food. Now, all these things eventually leads to weight loss, dehydration, depression, weakness, and if there's no supportive care given to that dog within few hours of the clinical signs, then the dog can die. There is no medication yet that kills the virus directly. If your dog has parvovirus infection, what your dog will be given is supportive treatment to help our body till our immune system fights off the infection. That is why it is very important for you to focus on your dog being healthy at all times. There are some misconceptions about parvovirus infections. Not all bloody, smelly diarrhea is caused by parvovirus infection, and not all death that occurs within 24 hours to 72 hours is caused by parvovirus infection. There are some other diseases that can also cause bloody diarrhea and also cause death of dogs within 24 hours to 72 hours. That is why it is very important for you as a dog owner to ensure that your dog is healthy at all times. There has been a lot of cases whereby vaccinated dogs eventually dies of parvovirus infection. Let me explain how vaccine works. If infectious organism, for example in this case parvovirus infection, enters your dog's body, the immune system will respond. If the immune system is able to destroy the parvovirus, then no infection will occur. If the immune system is not able to destroy the virus, then infection occurs. Vaccines, when given, helps your dog's body to fight infection faster and better through antibodies. Antibodies are agents that marks or identifies infectious organisms, e.g. parvovirus, for the body to destroy. If your dog is vaccinated and she is exposed to parvovirus, your dog's immune system, with the help of the vaccine, prevents parvovirus infection or reduce the severity of this infection. I will talk on 5 factors that can cause a vaccinated dog to eventually die of parvovirus infection? Number 1, the state of maternal vaccination. The state of the mother's vaccination or immunity or antibodies determines a great extent if the puppies will survive or not. This is dependent on if the mother was properly vaccinated or if she received a booster dose when due. When a dog is pregnant, she transfers her antibodies to her puppies in her womb and also through her milk when the dogs are born. That's the colostrum, the first milk the puppies will suck. These antibodies are what will protect the puppies in the first few weeks of life. And this is very important because when puppies are born, their immune system is still very undeveloped and they will rely on the mother's antibodies. The level of antibodies the mother has is what she will transfer to her puppies. If a level of antibodies is what is expected to be, then the puppies will be protected. But if the level of antibodies is low, then the puppies will not be protected. If your dog has not been properly vaccinated or she has not received a booster vaccine, then she will not have enough antibodies to transfer to her puppies. This is the major cause of puppy death due to parvovirus infection. The second factor is exposure to parvovirus before the third vaccination. Puppies are meant to receive 3 parvovirus vaccines in their first year. The important thing to note here is that it is actually after the third vaccine that the parvovirus vaccination takes effect. So if your dog or puppy, let's say puppy, is exposed to parvovirus after the first or second vaccination, there's every chance that your puppy will come down with parvovirus infection. That is why it is very important for you to ensure that your dog receives a third parvovirus vaccine. Another thing to note is that after a while, parvovirus vaccine wanes. That is why it is very important that your dog receives a booster vaccine yearly. This will ensure that your dog is protected all year. The third factor is other infections. Parvovirus actually destroys the lining of the intestine. That is why there is blood in the feces. So when the lining of the intestine has been destroyed, other infectious agents like bacteria can enter the blood and cause another infection entirely. So this is actually one of the things that complicates parvovirus infection and make it very serious. The fourth factor is worms. This is an overlooked aspect of routine dog care, and it is very, very important because if your dog has a lot of worms, your dog will not thrive well and our immunity will be low. This will make her susceptible to parvovirus infection. The fifth factor is vaccination not done by a veterinary doctor. A person that has not gone through a registered veterinary school and is calling himself a veterinary doctor is a quack. There are protocols to handling and giving vaccines, and there are also dynamics to puppies and vaccination. So this quack will not be equipped to know what to do at the right time in different situations. So if you allow your dog to be vaccinated by a quack, there's every chance the vaccine will not be given properly. And this can result in your dog being exposed to parvovirus, which can lead to death. The sixth factor is poor hygiene. This can be due to dirty environment, dirty kennels, the way you clean your dog's feeding or eating bowls, the way you clean harnesses, beddings, toys. If you don't do this thing and clean them properly or disinfect them properly, your dog will be constantly exposed to different infectious agents at different points in time. And this will result in low immunity. And the thing about this is that parvovirus can take advantage of this situation and cause an infection in your dog. So you can see there are a lot of things you need to know and do to keep your dog healthy. I will talk more on this at the end of this video. The different ways you can protect your dog from parvovirus infection are One, ensure that your dog is vaccinated or handled or treated by a veterinary doctor. You cannot afford to let a quack handle your prized dog or your foreign friend. This is important because there are protocols that need to be observed with handling and giving of vaccine. And also there are protocols to a lot of treatments. So you cannot afford to make mistake at this point in time, because any single mistake by a quack can lead to the death of your dog. The second one is booster vaccine. Like I mentioned earlier, when your dog is vaccinated, the vaccine wanes with time. So the dog needs to be given booster doses regularly, and most time the booster doses are yearly. You cannot afford to create a window of opportunity for your dog's antibodies to be low. Parvovirus take advantage of this time to attack dogs. And one thing you have to note is that when you are given a veterinary appointment, especially vaccination appointment or deworming appointment, put it in mind, keep them, prepare financially ahead for it. It will make it very easy for you to have a healthy dog. Disinfect your environment with hypochlorite. Hypochlorite is what is commonly called bleach, and there are different brands in the market. This is because parvovirus can survive in the environment for up to a year. So your kennel, your dog's kennel, beddings, toys, bowls needs to be disinfected regularly to keep parvovirus in check. The fourth is puppy carriers. Whenever you are taking your dog to the veterinary hospital, always put your puppy in a puppy carrier or basket. This is to ensure that she does not come in contact with other dogs or fleas that can transfer infection to her. This is especially important when she has not received her third vaccination, because our vaccination will only take effect after the third dose. Number 5 is proper deworming and treatment. Ensure that your dog is dewormed regularly, and whenever your dog is not feeling well, take her to your vet for proper treatment. When this is done and she is healthy, your dog will be in a better position to fight off parvovirus infection by herself. Non-contact with an unvaccinated dog. If you know a dog that the owner does not take care of her well, or a dog that has not been vaccinated, or a dog that does not have an up-to-date vaccination, do not allow your dog near such dogs. This is because they are agents of transferring parvovirus infection to other dogs or your work. Ensure she does not sleep around, especially feces on the floor. And if you want to meet your dog, ensure that the other dog has an up-to-date vaccination. And this is a call for dog shows organizers and dog trainers. Please ensure that you only allow vaccinated dogs into your premises so as to prevent transfer of parvovirus to other dogs by unvaccinated dogs. And for your own responsibility as a dog owner, ensure that you only take your dog to dog shows or dog trainers that only allow vaccinated dogs in their premises. The 8th is handler's communication. If you have an handler that feeds your dog, bathes your dog, takes care of your dog, you need to educate him to communicate with you immediately he notices anything wrong with the dog. For example, the dog is not eating well, the dog is having diarrhea, vomiting. This is important because handlers have been found to communicate late with the owners. And for example, a dog that is meant to have gotten to the veterinary hospital within 24 hours eventually gets to the hospital within 3 to 4 days. And that 24 to 72 hours are critical points of treatment of parvovirus infection, because parvovirus infection needs to be treated aggressively. So if the handler communicates late, then there's reduction in the chance of survival of that dog, even with proper treatment and management of parvovirus infection. Finally, separate sick dogs from other dogs in the environment. If you notice that a particular dog is sick, ensure that you separate her, put her in another kennel from other dogs. And also, even if your dog survives parvovirus, Ensure that you separate her for a while because dogs can shed parvovirus in their urine and feces 10 days after recovery. At the end of this video, I have something for you to ensure that your dog stays healthy. When you notice that your dog is showing signs of parvovirus infection, for example, bloody diarrhea, vomiting, the thing you need to do is to take your dog to your vet immediately. This is because parvovirus does not have a cure and it can kill your dog within 2 to 3 days. What your vet will do is to give your dog aggressive supportive treatment to keep your dog alive till our immune system fights off the virus by itself. I will want you to take 5 things from this video. Number 1, ensure the mother of your puppy is vaccinated before mating. Number 2, ensure a vet vaccinates your dog. Number 3, ensure your puppy receives a 3rd vaccination in her first year. Number 4, ensure your dog receives her annual booster dose. Number 5, if you notice the signs of parvovirus, take your dog to your vet immediately. Like I mentioned in this video, your focus should be to have a healthy dog at all times. If you desire to learn the secret to have a healthy dog that is protected from deadly diseases, then register for my Healthy Dog course now. In my Healthy Dog course, you will learn how to have a healthy and beautiful dog you are proud of, how to make your dog thrive through different stages of life, how to protect your dog properly from deadly diseases, for example, leptospirosis, parvovirus, how to take care of your dog to have a productive long life. Your dog too can live up to 10 years and more. It is currently going for 7,850 naira or $20. From September 13, it will be 11,850 naira or $30. So wisely take advantage of this now. Click the link in the description section below to register now. All the best with your dog. Thank you for watching this video.